Like, how far will trust allow your relationship to still be strong, to still stand the test of time?
It depends, because if you have a family, let's just say you have a family, you have children, and the trust is violated between you and your wife, or you and your spouse, whether it's your wife and wife, or husband, whatever the fuck, your spouse. You're going to be less quick to leave the situation because there are other people that will be affected by your decision. And this could be a good thing, or this could be a not so good thing. If the person that violated that trust gets on the right track and gain that trust back and move forward in a positive manner, then cool. But what happens when the person don't do that, and then you still have other people that, what they call collateral damage to the situation?
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Straight Chaos No Chaser podcast. I am Adrian, your host, and today we have a returning guest, my girl Ashley. But today we got Jason on here. What's up?
Hey, what's happening?
What's going on with the both of y'all?
Nothing much.
Look, I'm already about to take my drink. I'm rude.
Hey, nah, don't be rude. We right here with you.
Oh, dang. All right. We are going to take a shot. Usually we toast, but we're going to take a shot to this conversation that we're going to have today, which is going to be a real good one. So in this conversation, let's toast to making it plain, being transparent, and being clear. Boom.
So, RP Dog.
Mm.
Oh, shit.
What you drinking? Who was that shot sponsored by?
Sponsored by Handmade Tito's Vodka. Oh, my God.
I do not like that Tito's. It's harsh to me.
When I first started drinking it, the originality is that the way it just tastes different than any of the vodka. I've been looking at it.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm not really a vodka fan.
Handmade, you can tell this shit made in the goddamn in a rusty can somewhere in the middle of the woods.
Not a rusty can.
So serious. Huh?
Yeah, that is.
He's so serious. He's like a rusty can, and I'm still gonna drink it. And I'm still gonna drink it. So Ashley, this sweatshirt though.
What? Niggas is weird.
Girl,
it's just very fitting.
Listen, you're gonna put anything on a sweatshirt. She the plug.
Yeah, whatever's going through my mind.
Can you make me one that says, "Why you being weird to me?"
I guess.
You got me?
Yeah.
So y'all
they should put that on the back.
Why you being
niggas weird on the front, then why you being weird to be on the back?
Okay.
You know what? And when people hit you up for them sweatshirts, you need to go ahead and have your price in mind so you can charge people, okay? Thank you.
I got it.
Thank you.
That's the hardest part for me.
Yeah. Well, you know what the thing is, when you charge for something, is you're charging for your time and your efficiency. So if you can give this to somebody within 24 hours versus somebody getting it in like 5 to 7 days, yeah, you need to run me the extra coins for that.
Right.
Thanks.
You need that royalty.
Facts.
You get the royalty.
I mean, I am going to tell them, though, I got on and they had on gray sweatshirts. I was like, I want to wear a gray sweatshirt, too. Mine is sponsored by...
They wasn't even playing it. Like,
oh, yeah.
It really was.
And they in the same room, too. That's why they're going to be looking at each other. Because Ashley was like, and he wasn't even playing.
I know this gray hoodie season.
Gray sweatpants season.
Sweatpants, not
sweatpants. I asked my wife, I said, babe, I can't find my gray sweatpants. She said, they in the dryer. So I looked in the dryer. Didn't see no sweatpants. I said, babe, what my gray sweatpants? She had on fold these motherfuckers up, put them in this little container, put them up under the bed.
She got the right idea. She was like, hey, y'all are not finna be looking at my man.
Brittany was not fucking with that shit.
She got the right idea.
I just sometimes just do it. I do it to piss off sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, we can piss y'all off
Niggas are weird.
Right. We can piss y'all off a lot worse than y'all can piss us off. So, so when she get to pissing you off, Brittany, you straight. Don't even worry about the cold shoulder, anything. Don't worry about it, girl. So I like to do a segment called "What's Good, What's Bad, and What's Ugly." So Jason, I want to start with you. What's good, what's bad, and what's ugly?
You know what? Right now, good. Shit, everything. I can't front. Business, family, love, sex is very good.
Okay.
Shit, money, I can't front. So I got on the good front. I got a lot of shit going.
That's good.
Which is real, like shit, fucking good.
You elevating.
You know yeah, like my vibrations is high as it can be. Shit, I'm really like reaching that next level. Tax bracket wise.
Well, shoot. Do that then. You
know, first of all, the fact that it's fucking up, that's bad.
I want y'all to win. I want. Carry on.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, the other thing is all the best young rappers out here getting killed. They dying.
Yeah.
That's real fucked up. And the other thing that's bad is this goddamn cryptocurrency. I don't understand this shit.
Me neither.
What I do think is within the next 10 to 20 years, ain't gonna be no more cash.
Oh, you don't think so?
Nah, fuck that. Everything gonna be digitized. It's gonna be Bitcoin and crypto and all that. And I can't figure this shit out. My partner put in to some damn crypto coin, $400 some dollars, and it came back. He made like damn 50, 60 racks. In like a couple of weeks.
Can your partner teach us? Can he teach us a class?
You feel me? And so that's a part of being the bad. I don't understand this shit, and I understand that that's where the world is going. And I'm trying to be 10 steps ahead of every nigga and everything that's going on.
I feel it. Well, have you like researched any books or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
So that's why you don't understand it.
With stuff, with financial stuff like that, I'm more of a, what they call the kind of learner.
You're a visual learner. Me too.
Like I need to see you doing it.
Yeah.
And you doing nigga shit, I can do.
Yeah.
You know, but
see somebody like having a seminar or something.
Right, like it's like math. Like I can take the book home and read the problems and shit and the examples and be like, I still ain't getting this shit. You know what I'm saying? I need you to show me how to do it. So,
nah, I feel that. And what's your ugly?
Ugly. You know what, man? I don't know if you ever had this on your show before, but nice motherfucker, great. Like I literally ain't got no ugly right now.
Hey, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Do not create any uglies.
I mean, yeah, man, listen, Adrian. Hey, ain't no ugly right now.
Hey,
everything look good right about when you did.
You gotta elevate. I feel it. I'm happy for you.
Cheers to that shit.
Many blessings to elevating. No ugly.
I try to stay in a high vibration.
I like your energy, Ashley. Give it to me.
My good. I guess my health, my family, my friends. My bad, of course, the Falcons. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't have no words. Anyways, my ugly would be that verdict today.
Bruh, I think that's everybody's ugly, man.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yo.
That's crazy. I read it on my way home from work today, y'all.
Yeah, I was on the highway too. My sister was like in mid conversation. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
hey, they had to get their get back. Like we had OJ.
No,
like 20 years ago. But
this is so much more different. This is the
first domino fell today.
Yeah, this is the only way to.
Nah, the first domino didn't fall today. It felt like with Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So. The injustices for those people.
Most recent domino to fall.
But the sad fact, I don't even think he shot black people.
I heard it was white people.
Yeah, so it's just the whole. If it was a black person, the verdict would have been completely different.
I mean, it would have been it would have been the same. It would have been the same, which is not guilty.
There would have been pressure. There would have been more pressure from like the NAACP, Ben Crump, and those alike. But I still think the verdict would have been.
Yeah, the verdict would have been the same. Yeah, for sure. It would have been the same.
Showing that cracker crying.
Yeah, they did that for a reason.
But he wasn't crying. You didn't see no tears.
He was just.
But you know the thing about it is, how do you leave where you live to cross state lines to go protect somebody else's property?
Not even that. How do you have a assault rifle?
Yeah.
And how old are you?
But even one of the men that he killed was unarmed, and it's like 5 charges that were against him, and he got off on all of them.
If the police kill somebody that's unarmed, they go into jail. This little motherfucker killed people that were unarmed, and he finna walk free. He probably finna go into protective custody.
He gonna have to.
Yeah, no.
He gonna be living on the same block as Zimmerman and them.
They're brothers.
For real.
No.
They're happy and they're singing and they're white.
For real.
Don't give them no high five.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now honestly, I feel like with this happening, and it's not even the police, it's gonna give people the okay to go out and try to be vigilantes and protect the country. Like you. So now we got police and just regular citizens. But I guarantee you, if he was black, listen,
right?
It would have been a death penalty.
Yeah.
And all we want is justice and equal rights. Like that's the most frustrating thing about it. Like it just pissed me off. It just pissed me off.
You don't even have no words.
It just pissed me off. Because, you know, we can't be angry. We can't do normal things. We can't walk home in hoodies, eating, you know, enjoying Skittles. We can't be pulled over for a traffic stop. You can't exercise and jog in your neighborhood.
You can't go to sleep in your own bed.
Right. You can't sleep at a Wendy's parking lot to sleep off you being drunk to make sure that you get home safely and you don't endanger anybody else. You can't even do that. So it's like, what can we do? Like, what can we do? That shit is frustrating.
Stay out the way. Stay the fuck out the way. I even talk to my 10-year-old now, like, look, let me start training you now.
And that's a shame that you have to do that.
I don't feel like it's worse than it was when I was a child. But of course, with social media and camera phones and shit, you can see it all.
Yes. Right. Mm-hmm. And can you imagine what we did not see 20, 30 years ago?
Without social,
and
that's crazy.
The many injustices for so many people.
Yeah.
That's the most chilling part to me.
Crooks.
That's the most chilling part of me.
Crooks.
So, you know, I just hope that at some point we get over this extended hump that we have been trying to get over.
Oh, no. You know what? For the longest time, I thought, you know, hey, we're going to cool my God. Everybody's going to hold hands. You know, we're going to all like each other. That shit just, man, I don't believe in the crab in the barrel mentality. What I do believe in is the decades and decades and hundreds of years and years and wars and all that shit that we've been going through from, you know, being enslaved and all that other bullshit, right? It's just like it took 400 years to put us this way, it's going to take 400 years for us to reverse this shit. So although we want to be, you know, unified and we want to have the leaders that's going to speak up for us and make change and help with justice and all that, we also still got, you know, other blacks that can't take another black person being in power, and they're going to hate on that shit. We don't know how to be up under one umbrella and pick one leader and everybody actually follow that leader. We on some Greek shit. Like, we're going to kill Copernicus and, like, we on some of that Greek mythology shit where they gonna fight together to a cool the king, and it's going just like it took us 400 years to get here. It's going to take us 400 years to get to where we could turn the table to where we're not trying to fight for justice and say Black Lives Matter. But the shit is real motherfucking on. They know if they cross that line, they finna get dealt with.
Yeah, see, and what I was about to say is, you said you don't believe in crabs in a barrel. I kind of do in a sense, because I feel like, man, sometimes we are our own worst enemy, and not talking about police brutality, but just togetherness and being unified. And like, I don't know why we so like threatened by one another. And it's like, it's so competitive. Like it really is. And just a sense, like, it's so funny. Like my dad came out here to visit, the first time he came to visit a couple years ago. Georgia, we Southern, we speak all this kind of stuff. And he got to a point where he was like, don't nobody speak out here? And I was like, not really. But even still, like black women, like I walk past a black woman, I may be smiling, she just got the stank ass face, like, and there's nothing wrong with like saying, because I do it all the time, I really do. I'm like, your hair is so pretty, and they be like, oh, thank you, because guess what, baby girl, it ain't no competition. Like, you're not me, and I'm not you. I'm not trying to be you, and you can't be me. I read a post one time that said, you can do what I do the exact same way and still not do it the way that I do it. And I believe in that, because you're not me. And I think that when we get off of this pedestal of like, I want to be the best looking, I want to be the best dressed, I want to be the best this, I want to be I think we'll be so much better. Because guess what? As fine as you is, somebody finer than you. As pretty as you are, somebody's prettier. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just is what it is. Like, you have to own you. So I think that when we learn how to be unified, and you see it all the time on social media, like, we will drag our people. Drag.
Sometimes it be like, okay, how long is this going to go on? Like,
right.
Enough.
So I don't even know, but we can get real serious in this thing. But Ashley, I feel you on that, ugly. I really, really do.
Good, bad,
my good, my bad, my ugly. Let's see. My good is, I'm gonna have to go with Ashley. Like, I woke up this morning. I always thank the Lord for allowing me to see another day. Some people didn't get to see this day, and I'm grateful that He allowed me to see it. And honestly, the day was kind of like weird, but I don't even want that energy. You know what I'm saying? You know how you just, you don't give something the attention. So that's what's good. Like, I'm blessed. I'm good. What's bad? The weather. Yo, I don't like cold weather. And I already know if it's cold out here. What's it like in Atlanta?
Yeah, good. I mean, 50. What, 50? 60s in the day, 50s at night, 40 at night.
Yeah, and it's snow in Atlanta too, right? Sometimes.
Every couple of years. Yeah, every couple of years. It's that we got that slick beginning of the spring weather right before it gets cold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cold, and I don't really like that. Like, I don't like being cold. I'd rather be hot than cold. So that's what's bad. The weather's dropping.
Okay, so when you hot, sweaty, sometimes sticky, it's hard to get cool when you hot. See, I don't mind being cold. Because when I'm cold, shit, I can goddamn warm up, you dig? If I ain't got nothing to warm up, I'm going to snuggle up against something I can warm up again. You know what I'm saying? I can regulate my temperature when I'm cold. You know what I'm saying? Well, when I'm hot, shit, I'm fucking hot.
No.
And you really can't change that.
No, I disagree. When you cold, think about it. See, women, we wear like spaghetti straps and stuff like that. So I always think about being on an airplane. When you're on an airplane, don't ever leave home without a jacket because it gets cold.
Okay.
And if you get on the airplane and you got on a strappy shirt, you can't tuck in nothing.
Your ass in the freeze.
You can't tuck in nothing. But see, if I'm on the airplane and the air not working, I can always take something off. I can take my shirt off. I don't care. Y'all can judge me. But see, when you cold, you ain't got nothing but skin, honey. So that's how I feel.
You stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You got them fly miles. You got them death reward miles.
Hey, they ain't giving out them blankets no more ever since COVID. Don't worry about that blue blanket. Yeah. You're not getting it.
That blue blanket ain't coming.
It ain't coming.
It ain't coming.
And, right. So what's my ugly? My ugly is that actually you took my ugly. I was gonna mention written cry. That's what I want to call him. Written cries verdict. And we already touched on that, which is some BS, like for real. But
yeah. I guarantee you Trump he gonna be with Trump next while this shit. I guarantee he gonna be with Trump next on the campaign trail.
Shoot, he probably already was.
Yeah.
Probably already was. And I wonder if it's because he was a kid. They feel like he was 17 when it happened. But see, you made some grown man decisions. That's how I feel about that.
And your mama drove you to the spot with the booker. Like, you ready to go. You ready to go. And now you want to sit there and cry because them niggas finna go tie that asshole up when you go to jail. For real.
No lube.
He ain't gonna be able to protect the customer.
Yeah.
No lube. Yeah, they gonna tie the line up there. Well, they were, but you walking home tonight.
Anyway, so we're gonna get into our conversation today. No, we ain't giving him nothing. So we're gonna get into our conversation today, and this evening we are having a discussion about love, loyalty, and trust, and how far does that extend across friendships, relationships, and family. So I think what I want to do is I want to tackle these individually. We'll talk about love, we'll talk about loyalty, and we'll talk about trust. So which one y'all want to talk about first?
Love.
Oh, look at y'all. Okay. So I want to read y'all the definition of love. Okay. Love is an intense feeling of deep affection. That's it. An intense feeling.
That sounds like love to me, goddamn.
Of deep affection. It sound like love what?
Is that like a dictionary or Webster definition or like a Google definition?
Yep, that's just a Google. I just want a basic definition. I just want a basic definition of love.
Okay.
So what's your definition of love? Not unconditional. Just love. Okay. See. Yeah. You talking about unconditional love. Okay. We talking about love. Just love. Just love.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Just love. Like, I can love the way you take the motherfucking trash out, or love the dish you cook, or, you know, I like the way my wife put on jeans. Like, I love that. You know, you can love a lot of shit.
Right.
You know.
Right. And so,
love it. You might like
it. Now, that's a word right there. You can very much so love something and not like it. And that's the second definition of love, pretty much having like a great interest in something or finding great pleasure in something. So like I love pizza. I love popcorn. My favorite foods are 5 P's: pizza, popcorn, pasta, pastries. Oh, I got 6 of them. Penis and Chinese food. The P is silent. You're crazy, Ashley. So what do you think love is? Like,
love is like when you just really care for something, or you just like really, I don't want to say love, but like when it's something that just always has your attention.
Okay. So now when it comes to like family relationships and you know what? Let's just even say friends, close friends. Let's start with close friends. You know, like you love your friends. I ain't talking about, you know, that little generic, girl, I love you. But I mean like your ones. Like how far before you can be like, yeah, I like the love is gone. You know, because you know how sometimes people wrong you and you can be like, hey, it ain't no love lost. At what point can the love be lost?
Several points. I'm big on honesty. So when you lie to me, it's a wrap.
Especially when you don't have a reason to lie. Like, we're friends. So if we're really friends, you should be able to come and talk to me about whatever. It doesn't matter. And even if I get an attitude or whatever, you should know that I'm your friend. Like, she'll be okay. She'll come back around. And everything, you know, everything will flow back like how it was. But it should be that common medium where, like, oh, we can talk, we can discuss, and then we can just go from there.
Right.
That's real. That's real verbatim.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the same thing she said.
Like, I hate it because I loathe the liar, and I'm trying to remember an instance where a friend lied to me. Now, sometimes people lie because they're embarrassed. Sometimes people lie because that's just who they are. You know, you got some friends who just fabricate stuff, and we don't care about that. Some people who flodge, you know, and they want their lies, or they want something to seem, they want to make something seem other than what it truly is, right? So we don't care about them little lies, but lies that kind of can change your character and the way I look at you, and that bond that we have with one another, those are lies that it's like, you cool, but you like cool over there.
Right, and stay over there.
Right, because we don't need that in this.
Not that energy at all.
So,
because if you can lie on me about nothing, you can do the same thing about something that may be way more major. You know what I'm saying? And it could make me look like a bad person.
If you're going to lie about the little shit, you're going to lie about the big shit.
See, you know what, Jason? I knew it was the reason I liked you.
For real. And it's scary, man. It causes anxiety. Like, I've had that anxiety. Like, you know, he or she said, you know, well, you find out that wasn't what it was. You're like, well, shit, what else they don't lie about? So now, every time I'm with you, or around you, or anything of the nature of us kicking it, I'm like, man, like, what else? Like, how you might have been lying to me for this long when I just not found out I could have been a sucker the whole time, or whatever. So it just causes anxiety. I don't need that anxiety. I gotta be able to trust everybody around me.
Are you a Pisces?
I'm a Leo.
Oh.
Fire sign.
Oh, you're a Leo.
You know, Sagittarius.
Yeah, you are. Sad season coming up.
Hey, you know.
Hey, Adrian. Hey, listen, man. Popular disbelief is, yes, Leos are very arrogant. Yes, they have very big heads. Yes, we love attention, all that. But we also honest.
Adrian is a Pisces.
No, y'all not. Y'all not honest.
Yeah. I think when it comes to that honesty thing, you know, we just human.
Y'all what?
Now you see how you switch it up.
Baby.
We human.
No, y'all not honest. I saw this post that said what it said, Leos are liars. They call them Lios.
We liars, that's why we hate liars. Think about that.
Please make that make sense, cause
right, like it didn't even make sense to him.
We liars, that's why we hate liars.
Seriously though, me personally, I can't stand dishonesty. I have a hard time. Like, I literally, all my friends, if I lie, they'll know I'm like, I'll say that shit like nigga. I mean, I don't lie well, just because I have to be sincere and genuine. And if I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I just don't see the purpose in lying. You know, we're adults now.
Yeah.
You know, we're not 12 and 13. Like, why do I have to lie to you? Like, if you're my friend and I respect you, I'm going to tell you the truth about something.
Yes.
You know, it's no reason to lie. And even if you're not my friend, like, why do I have to lie?
1,000%. 1,000%. Man, I loathe a liar.
Right. When you rather be mad at somebody that tells you the truth, you don't like the truth.
But you can respect it.
Exactly.
That's a good word. You can respect that.
You know, actually, I wish I had like Monopoly money. What'd you say, Jason?
I'll take all the money, Monopoly money, Bitcoin, crypto, all that shit. But I would rather you piss me off today and tell me the truth then I found out the next day or any other time afterwards that it was a lie.
Exactly.
I have a whole other respect for you with you keeping it inside with me. I got staff now that have lied to me. And I have staff that like, hey, just I ain't sick. I'm just don't want to come over today because my girlfriend off, and it's her first time being off in how many every day of the week, and Wednesday no time, so I can't come over. Man, listen, he goes.
I ain't gonna lie, I lie about why I can't come to work. All that. I'm like, it ain't none of your business,
but I'm trying to do something else.
You're right.
I just appreciate that more. You know.
No, I feel you. I feel it depends. It's situational because I heard a girl lie one time at work, and she was just excuse me. I had a girl one time at work. She was an older lady though. She just like told the truth. I asked her a question like, "Did she do this wrong?" And she was like, "I did." And most people would lie and be like, "No, I didn't do it," because there was no real way of knowing if she did it. But she confessed, and I just stopped and I was like, "Thank you, thank you for telling." Like. Man, the respect level just like went through the roof. Like you have no idea. People don't know how far they can get with just being honest.
Charlemagne God say, "Man will take you farther than money." And man is part of being honest. That's part of having a good man. I believe.
Hey, I'm team honest over here. Like, and also like even. Saying something that maybe somebody want to be privy to the information if they found it out. You know what I'm saying? Being upfront and honest. I think that's important as well. Because I hate to find something out that you should have told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, across all boards. Like, this is something that you should have discussed with me. There's no reason that I should have found this out any other place.
Right.
So I feel that too. Now, relationships. Those are different than friendships. So how far does love...
But if you're in a relationship, that should be your friend too.
Not all the time. It should be. But it ain't like that.
Your friend, why are you in a relationship?
Because one of the six P's.
That's not a relationship. But that's a situationship.
You want to fuck something, they kept calling you.
Look, it got cold.
That's just a sneaky link, and that is what it is. Like, it ain't no... What you got out of that for? That ain't nothing.
Certain relationships started doing like a fuck shit.
And I understand that, but if you're doing a fuck shit and y'all not even like together, why do you have to lie about?
Right, you still have to lie regardless. But I'm just saying those friends with benefit situations can turn into.
I agree.
Strong relationships.
Yeah, I agree.
But you don't always start out as friends.
Even in those relationships, you should have to lie.
No, you should have to lie.
But let's be honest. People do. They lie all the time in those.
Oh yeah, they definitely lie.
Like all the time.
I agree.
But what I'm saying is when you with something.
I lie just to be lying. Like I got a date and I'm laying in my bed.
I have yet to do that one.
Oh, I'm going on a date. I'll be in my bed.
I have yet to do that one. So,
you should try it.
I know. Meanwhile, they start facing.
Sometimes I would tell my friends I was out of town, but I didn't want to go. I was like, "Hey man, I got a fight or whatever tomorrow." I ain't fucking with y'all. But that was the younger me where when you used to hang out every Friday.
Yes.
Saturday, like you already know it was every Friday. Saturday, the sun was popping. Before you had like deals for real and responsibilities for real. I'd be like, "Hey man, I'm out of town, man." Because even if I say I ain't kicking, I'm in the house. Go when they come to my house.
Yes. I try not to lie about anything. I really do. Like even the smallest little white lies. I don't know.
So sometimes they can come back.
Yeah. Like even like somebody be like, "Did you enjoy my food?" I'm like, "It was different." I don't want to say I liked it.
I'm gonna use that one. I'm still in that one.
Listen.
Wait. Okay. So Jason just had this cake I made. Jason, how was my cake?
The cake was good.
Oh, okay. I thought
the fucking bottom was dry and the top was good.
Hey, I'll take that. Because that was my first time making the cake.
But actually, he didn't even lie. He didn't.
And it wasn't no box cake neither.
Okay. What kind of cake you made?
No, and she cooked it from scratch. She grandma.
Ashley.
For real.
I did. Shout out to TikTok.
You over here
Be
baking?
having them little videos. You know, I be trying.
Hold on, I got this
Straight up.
stupid ass.
When I do find my man, you know, he can eat a little something.
Hello.
I said, who you practicing for?
Somebody's
You
son.
practicing for somebody.
She practicing for Boaz.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, when y'all get married, just make sure, listen now, you know, make sure you vet. Make sure you vet your mate.
Oh my God.
What do you mean?
You make sure he on the up and up.
You know? Nah, for real, yeah.
Cause I'm telling you, that's my biggest fear. Like, that's why I can't like date, like this whole online dating and stuff. Like, I know it's for some people, it ain't for me, but let me tell you this. I have a fear of dating.
I get on it, but I don't want to need to. I be forgetting I'm on it.
I have a fear of dating people that's people know nothing about. Like dating a stranger, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, of course it can happen, but it's like when you in Atlanta, somebody knows somebody and they can be like, they can vouch for him or say like, girl, he did this. Right. But when you like don't know nobody.
They can still vouch for him and they can be weird.
Niggas is weird.
Niggas is weird. You right. But I don't know. I just be like.
That's what I want on my sweatshirt.
I got you.
This is it too. You did.
But you know y'all got to be together though, right?
But you know what? I ain't with the online shit either. Like, I'm not a online text type, you know. I need to be able to see you face to face, see your facial expressions, learn your quirks and shit. And it helps if we know somebody, you know, or I know somebody that knows you and know of you.
Mm-hmm.
But these days in Atlanta, man, these motherfuckers got different. They don't change their whole identity. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, it's women here that was men before they got here.
Listen, let me tell you something. These transformations,
they serious.
I would be afraid to be a man. These transformations, honey. But I will tell you this: there was a transformation.
No, they do it for the women.
I know. Hey, you seen them TikTok? Like them girls, they be like girl, and then they be like, and I be laughing because the girls be like, I just question my sexuality. I was like, girl, me too. Shit.
I definitely question mine
because it's so crazy. Like
I be questioning a lot of y'all too, especially in the club at 2 a.m. where y'all both drunk and kissing each other.
No,
it ain't going there. Look, I ain't never too drunk ever. Listen, let me tell you something about this whole drunk thing. When people use the excuse, listen to me. When people use the excuse that they are drunk, no, that's not it. Because being drunk, you are still very aware of what you are doing. You just care a whole lot less.
More freedom.
You don't care. You do not care. So you know what you're doing. You just don't care. So, you know, they say drunken man's words are a sober man's thoughts.
Oh, I agree.
And let me tell you something.
I can vouch for that.
That whole thing where I was drunk, like, nah, I'm sure you were, but you just didn't care. Now, if you was high, that's different. You were not even on this planet.
Let me tell y'all a story about when I had to do the whole I was drunk shit. Fort Valley homecoming, 2003 or 4.
And then you know what? As you're mentioning Fort Valley, we all went to the Fort Valley State University. Me and Ashley, we both vet science majors. You know what I'm saying? He is from the mighty U.S. He is a man of Omega Psi Phi. You know what I'm saying? He the bros. So go ahead and let him know. Look, happy late Founders Day and our Charter Day. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Founders Day was a little interesting now.
No, listen, for real. I saw this meme today. It was like, bro, after Father's Day at work. I was like, yeah, straight up.
And that was you.
Yeah.
No, did you see that? Did you see the post? Dang, what's his name? Adams. Spice Adams. Did you see Spice Adams' post? Of the bros.
The one we was hopping in the bathroom.
Oh my, yes, when he hopping on the golf course. Oh, it was so funny. He was like, yes, I will take a water with.
No, he was on the toilet stool. And
all you saw was his feet.
But yeah, man.
It was so funny. But anyway, what were you about to say, Jason? You was like at Fort Valley being high.
Nah, I was drunk. On the Greek walk.
And it gave you a little extra curve.
Man, I saw this chick that I don't know, I had no crush on her, but I knew some of her business. I'll say that. And she fucked around and, like, I spoke and she didn't speak.
Uh-oh.
Man, I was like, wait a minute. I called all kind of whatever, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. You don't get this partner and that partner. All my partners happen to be there all at the same time. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, he hit, and he hit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shit, bitch. And the next morning I felt so bad. I called her like, man, I was drunk. I'm sorry, but that's really how I felt like. Bitch, you was a hoe. How you ain't gonna, like, who was you not to speak to me? Like, you ain't no hoe. You know what I'm saying?
So, because she's a hoe, she's supposed
That's
to
not how that works, Jason.
Well, now, I know that today. This was 03. But I felt some kind of way, like, like, hey, man, I just told you.
I feel it though. Because, hey, she didn't speak. Ashley, Jason was like, I know this hoe. And you a hoe anyway.
For real.
Exactly.
Hey, you feel what I'm saying?
That's exactly how it went.
That's exactly
but
how
I
it
did
went.
call her the next day like I was drunk. With the whole, I was drunk shit.
What did she say? Did she forgive
She
you?
wasn't hearing that shit.
Nah.
Oh, she wasn't hearing that shit. We ain't talking.
I don't blame her.
But yeah, she was here. I mean, we weren't friends, but we were close to close. We ran in the same place.
Oh, okay.
So I've seen her since then. We just still never see each other. Like, what is it? 2021?
You should try. Like next homecoming.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I got daughters.
Facts.
I got my own family. I ain't give a fuck about none of this.
Exactly.
But I did learn from that. I did humble myself, and then I learned how to drink. Like, my freshman year was my first time really drinking every day, every night, all the time. So I had to learn how to drink.
Wow.
You know, you fucking, every student center party, every Friday you drinking. I smoked a little bit, but I ain't drinking.
As a freshman?
Right. My freshman year, I became like slick alcoholic.
Mm.
I was waking up going to class on gin and juice.
Jason, do you feel like love is different in relationships versus friendships? Like Ashley thinks it's the same.
And sometimes it's unfortunate. Because sometimes you're gonna treat your friend better than you treat your mate. You know, your wife, your significant other, or your fiance, or whatever like that. Because the nuances in the marriage, until you get to a certain stage and level, are up and down, especially in the beginning. Y'all gonna hate each other more than y'all like each other because y'all still learning each other. I'm only speaking for my marriage, because I can't speak about that shit, obviously, right? But I'll get up at 3 o'clock in the morning if Ashley called me or one of my other close female friends or male friends call me. Hey, I'm up, and Adam, one of the brothers call me at a certain time. I'm not asking no questions, nigga. I'm on the way.
Right. Facts.
Let my wife call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. We don't have to fight. Guess what? I'm asking 1,000 questions. Well, why? What you saying? Where was you at? What was you doing? Yeah, why the fuck you didn't call me? And those are part of the nuance of being in a marriage. And I had to learn to get past the petty shit. Like, you know what? Regardless of whether we had a fight today or we haven't spoken 2 days because we on whatever we on, that's my wife. And I had to learn, this is me, I had to learn to apply those same values and principles that I apply to my friends, like Ashley and Rondo and the girls, and whoever I fought with. I had to apply it to her, regardless of, you know, because we spend more time together than my wife and my friends, so we're going to get into it more. We're going to have more ups and downs. I had to learn to apply that shit regardless of whether I pissed it or not.
I want to snap.
Yeah. Nah, Adrian, listen. We've been married for 6 years, together for 12 years.
Wow.
Our first 2 years of our marriage was not happy.
But you wanted to be there, so you made it work. Or you figured it out. Not made it work. You figured it out, and you're figuring it out.
We still figuring it out.
And that's what some people probably don't. Today. You said what?
So we're in a way better place today. We're still figuring it out.
And that's good. See,
all that matters.
That's right. That's what I want in a marriage. That's exactly what I want in a marriage. Like, besides all this other stuff, you know, my Pisces stuff be like, I'm a hopeless romantic. Like, I want you to want to be in this relationship, and when things get rough, I want you to help me.
You still want to be there.
Right. I want you to also want to figure out how to reinvent the wheel. You know, I don't want it to just be me, because people take one another for granted. Like, come on, it's going to happen at some point. So, but if you want to be with a person enough, because I can't even say love a person enough, because I realized that love isn't enough. It's not.
Let me ask you a question, though, Adrian.
What?
If you flirt with other people, does it mean you don't love yourself? Ask the same question to you.
I don't think so.
If you flirt with other people, does it mean you love yourself less?
No, I don't think so.
Flirting is anything but touching.
No, because you have some people
seeing each other outside of some sort of community thing like work or play. Like y'all not meeting up. That's cheating. Mm-hmm. Whether y'all having to work together or this is the person. I go to go for every Sunday morning. I see the same women there on the same day. You know, it's just a community meet spot, but you know.
I think that. So my answer is this. So flirting, I think some people have flirtatious behavior, and they don't mean anything by it, right? Like me. Like I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna giggle, and my significant other may see me, you know, laughing and cheesing with somebody, and they may think that I'm flirting, but I'm just happy or I'm laughing. Now, if my significant other, if I'm touchy, you know, some women are touchy.
Violation.
That's flirty, right? So if your partner has an issue with that, then you need to fix that. Because I always go to, well, can I do it? You know, you doing something, well, can I do it? How does this make you feel?
That's a good way to think about
it. Because that's the only way to bring it home. You know, you want to go out with your hoish friends? Oh, okay. Well, can I go out with my hoish friends?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But...
Hey, I'm go ahead and finish, but I got another question I got to ask y'all. Look at me.
So...
Just based on what you just said.
So when flirting turns to cheating, which even if you cheat, it doesn't mean that you don't love your person. It just means that you don't have any self-control. Yeah, that too. I mean, you don't have self-control. So that's how I feel about those things. Huh?
Shit. I said, go ahead and psychologist.
Hey, listen, I used to want to be a psychologist.
You don't have no self-control.
I used to want.
That's a good way to put it. Me and you selfish, motherfucker. And you didn't care about my motherfucking feelings.
Okay. Like that part.
What was your other question?
Oh, my other question was, do birds and feathers flock together?
No.
Yeah, you said that quick. Ashley, what's up?
Ashley, who done told you was hoish, girl?
Nobody. I'm a saint.
Listen, the one who's about she don't like liars. Okay.
Well, no, for real, like.
Okay, so wait. So you and your crew, do birds of feather flock together?
At moments in our life, we did. Some of us are still in there. Some of us are still flocking towards other birds. Other of us have already cooped with one bird and family. But we still hanging together.
Okay, acknowledge.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm into it. I like it.
For real. Because most of my partners, we all in very long-term relationship or they married. And then actually, it's really like half. Really, half of my partners they serial daters, what I like to call it.
Oh my God, I use that. I never heard anybody say that. I thought I was the only person that used that phrase, serial dater.
That's a real phrase.
Jason,
not a serial dater?
No.
You would be, but all your relationships are typically long term. You are what's the right name for it? when you, God damn, it's a phrase for it. But all your relationships are long term. Like you been in 5 or 6, but they've been a year or more, or 8 to 10 months or more, and you only fuck with that person during that time frame. That's you. Now, you're not a cheater. You know, you can be a headache, but when you get with somebody, you with them. Until you ain't with them no more, then you with them.
Oh, that's me, Ashley.
That's you too, Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, you don't go back.
Oh yeah. She backtracked. Oh, hey,
so don't worry.
Just call her rewind.
I've gone back. We all,
Right.
Hey, we dealing in that one.
That's right. It's circumstantial. You feel me? It's circumstantial.
Yeah, if you feeling good on a Friday night, goddamn it, and ain't nobody else picking up the phone.
Listen,
hey,
there it is.
Let me make that text.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm not a hey big head type person. I'm just kind of like sure. Because they already asking.
Call it a hot pocket.
A what?
A hot pocket. When you know this person that you've been thinking about, this person they've been thinking about you, but you don't know what the fuck to say. So you say the first thing that comes to your mind, hey, I left my joystick over there. Can I come get it?
Oh, yeah, nah.
And they don't automatically pick up on there and know, he want to fuck.
I just like, you miss me?
See, you miss me. That's another one. You see what I'm saying? Hot pocket.
See, what happens with me is, they already be done reached out, and I say no. It's when I just, I retort a yes. I be like, well, you can come out here.
And this is after their ass?
Yeah.
Or just random with you, like, hey, man, come see me.
Oh, no. I ain't been like a come see me. We got to be like dating. We got to be dating and we got something. But for me to hit like old person up and be like, hey, come see me. No. Mm-mm.
How old is old though? Like, are you talking about like a 3 month or
no? Give me years. Because you got but this is the thing. You got no. It ain't a bun. I don't believe I disagree with that. This is what I think. Because when you send that come see me, you don't know what comes with that come see me. So you need to be in front of that. You feel me? See, people be living in the moment. I don't live in the moment. I don't live in the moment.
But see, when you're doing that random stuff, when you bringing somebody from the past back, it's really, I don't want to say like no questions.
Like, hey, because they gonna come do everything they know you like.
Exactly.
The way they know you like it done.
However, we change.
You still like it done like that.
Exactly. We change and we grow. So you talking about come see me?
Definitely change and grow, and then that's when it hit because they be like, when you learn that?
But at the same time, because
we told you that, nigga.
Like what?
But see,
like now don't be slapping on my kitchen.
I don't have disappointed like that.
What? Oh, you thought something? You thought it was that old thing?
Like, backtracking to songs you used to fuck with, and you pull up.
It ain't hit like that.
You think this person will elevate it, and they still in the same, like doing the same shit. And I ain't saying I care about that so much, I just can't fuck. However, I do care about who I attach myself to. As far as I believe in soul ties, I believe in sexuality being spiritual. And I literally had to just like make up with truth leave. All right, bitch,
but see, it depends on what you backtracking for. Let's say that if you backtracking because you want to see if we can start this again and this can go somewhere, that's one thing. But if you backtracking just because you need to get your itch scratched,
most of the time, yeah.
Exactly.
Most time, it ain't for no itch scratch for me. It's because I'm backtracking for a reason.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I just need that itch scratch.
See, so it's two different ways.
I got standards to that scratch.
You got what?
I got stabbed to that scratch. You can't be no bum ass bitch out here riding on this dick. No. I'm not gonna wake your back to you a bum bitch. You throw the shit together. Bitch, you gotta have some money, a career, a business.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Hello.
You ain't finna, I ain't fucking no broke bitches, man. And I ain't trying to say all bitches is broke or all women are bitches. Please forget that bitch word. But I ain't fucking no broke bitch. Hell no. Fuck that.
But wait, Adrian, what happens when it ain't dicking?
What, she mean like he got beat it up like a bad dick report?
I'm just saying when
We call the LDC Little Dick Club.
the dick committee. Look, but it says LD.
I'm a sign language it for you.
Oh my God, they got
LDC.
game signs and everything.
You know, we got to look.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation like when you just like, oh, I know this shit gonna be good, and it ain't.
Yeah, I have. But I've also been on the other side where I thought it was going to be good for her, and I knew it was like 10 seconds, and it was over.
But how do you revamp from that?
Oh, the first time I lied, I was like, what I said. First of all, I said the most popular one. Oh, girl, you so wet. That bullshit. I did. I went to that phase. But I had fought in like 3 weeks. I think I might have been pledging at this time. I don't know what I was doing. But I had fought in a minute. And I thought I was going to just break shoulder back. Man, please. And guess what? She never gave me a second shot. Well, I don't know if my wife might see this. Never mind.
That's right. You be respectful.
Hey, you did.
Hey, they say you gotta.
She called me. I'm gonna have to ask wife for a hall pass. I gotta show her like, cause every nigga don't know how to fuck. Like when they start fucking, I had to learn. You have to learn a woman's. You have to learn a woman's body. You have to learn their curves and what they like and shit like that. And you pick that up by talking to a woman. In high school, I didn't know that. I was just fucking. Like, straight fucking. I think I might have bruised a couple bitches, but I was straight fucking. But when in college, I learned how to have sex and please a woman. You know what I'm saying? And hell, post-college, I further learned how to do that better. You know? So if I had that same, if I had a chance to that same woman, shit, I'm putting the dog shit out of her. So I'm putting short, not in the aggressive way, but I'm putting fucking like I thought I was gonna hit it in, but make her be like big or tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, back to Ashley's question of when it didn't happen if the dick wasn't snapping, and Megan said that.
And what's the other one? What Megan say? Would she be like,
that's a bar.
Lifestyle, but it ain't no madness?
That's a bar.
Hey, them the worst condoms in the world.
Yeah.
Them Magnum condoms.
Yeah,
I mean, them lifestyle condoms. Them the worst condoms.
Yeah, they are.
That is this,
Who
but
even use them?
They still sell those?
I don't know. I just remember in college. Like I just hated them.
I ain't gonna front now. When I got that refund check, I was going straight to Walmart and get the 36 pack. But pre-refund or post-refund, I was going to the infirmary to get the free paper bag full of
lifestyles. Listen, that right there, if y'all was having sex with them lifestyles and y'all got BDRs, just go ahead and put on the Magnum and see if it's better, because that's probably going to put you up a little notch anyway.
Yeah, that Walmart, you get a whole pack of Magnums at Walmart for like, back then I think it's like $11.
They done start locking stuff up now. You can barely get.
You can do like an Amazon prescription.
Oh, now you can.
It'll come like when you need it.
I don't know what the condom look like no more. I've been married for 6 years.
Oh,
so
yay!
I don't know what the condom look like.
They got the gold wrapper. That's what they look like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're the only ones, the gold wrapper.
We have definitely
went all over
took a detour, but I love it. But if it ain't snapping, it's just kind of like, what are we doing this for? Because if you getting your itch scratched, like the objective is to scratch that itch. And if you ain't scratching it,
but you have to touch the itch.
Damn.
Listen.
God damn.
If you ain't touching it, look, if there's any moment that I'm like, look, if there's any moment where I am not facing you and I'm like, wonder when this is going to be over.
But hold on, do you believe in communicating in the bedroom?
But, okay, something like that, 9 times out of 10, it's somebody you never even dealt with.
It's just the first time.
Right. So you have to be comfortable to really be like, this ain't it, bro.
Yeah, I get it.
So I guess that's where the lining comes in.
I think that it got to be really, really bad for me to not give it a second chance. And I've had a time where it was like really, really bad, and I was like, nah, nope.
Listen, you always gotta give a second chance.
Huh?
That's on both sides, men and women. You have to give a second chance.
Nah.
Because everybody's got different experiences at different times.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a man has to learn your body and learn your life. Me, personally, I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you. Now, I'm not going to tell you to say, hey, you like your clit so hard or something. I ain't going to say like that. But we might be having dinner, sip with the wine. I might be like, ooh. She going to say, what? Why you say, ooh? I'm like, oh, I was just thinking this glass. Well, I should suck the clit hard or soft. Like, what do you like? And then she gonna say, it depends. And then the conversation starts from there. You know what I'm saying?
That is one hell of a way to do that. That was okay, then. Okay, Brittany.
I have lines. Like actually tell you, I got no game. Oh, I'm so lame in the game department. I just be me. Because a woman gonna feel better and more comfortable when she knows she's getting you.
For sure.
Versus you when you with the fellas, or you when you in your academia type shit, or when you in your biz type shit. I'm the same nigga all the way around. When I'm with my partners, when I'm fucking around actually it's my partner, when I'm fucking around my partner, or when I'm at work or what, I'm the same nigga.
So am I the same when I'm in my relationship?
When you find introduced enough, because you be sneaky leaking for a little while, and then you invite him to an event or whatever, and then you the same. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when you finally introduce her, you know.
Actually, he didn't say you be sneaky leaking, girl.
Baby.
Adrian.
Don't do my friend like that.
I'm telling you. Like,
don't do my friend
when
like
she
that.
feels comfortable with us being up, so she know I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say. Ashley got a lot of male friends, so she gotta have a strong dude.
She gotta have a strong man. Yes.
Yeah, he gotta be secure, and Ashley not easy to date.
She what?
So he gotta be a strong nigga.
What'd you say, Ashley? What?
She's not easy to date. She has high standards.
Yes.
Very high standards. She has high standards for hood niggas.
I mean, so wait. So what?
Hey, we're gonna do a book called High Standards for Hood Niggas.
Adrian can help us write it.
Make sure I get a free copy.
Hey, you want it for real?
I got y'all.
She might come like, this nigga didn't even do this. Like, Jason, like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, he a hood nigga. Like, what you say?
She need to make a guide. Actually, you need to make a guide. You need to work on that.
I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna redirect us. So we talked about love. We talked about love as far as I don't even know if I talked about love and if I feel like love is different, but I'm gonna give my 2 cents. So for me, I feel like love and friendships, same thing with trust and honesty, or excuse me, the same thing with honesty. I don't need you lying to me, and I don't think I can't really think of any friends lying to me or anything like that, and that was like the demise of our relationship, because I've lost some friends, and it's cool, and it wasn't for because of lies, it was because of other things, that we'll touch on. When it comes to relationship, how far does love go? It doesn't go as far as you being physical with me. It doesn't go as far as you being verbally abusive, with me. Like, love don't go that far for me. And it's different for other people. For me, that's where it stops. And then also like cheating, like consistently cheating on me. Like, love stops there. Like, I'm serious, like, because you can't love me. That's my opinion. No. I said consistently. That means repeatedly doing it.
You did.
Right.
You did.
So for me, repeatedly doing, because it's kind of like you can cheat once and
no respect.
But then it's kind of like after that, if you like consistently cheat and it's always like, I'm sorry. Like, are you sorry? And
right.
So that's just how I feel about the extent of love. So the next thing I want to talk about.
I get that. I understand it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, love doesn't go that far. And as far as family goes, like, family is family. Like, we always gonna be blood. We gonna work through something, unless you try to kill me. But at the same time, I still may try to find, that love, and I still may try to hold on to that love that we have as, blood, because family is different, and they just have like a different hold and a different tie, on us.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
I respect. I forgot which rapper that was, but when Lil Wayne and Baby was going through their beef over the money and all that, somebody said, I forgot who it was, but he was like, I'm not gonna say anything about that because they family, and family gonna fight. So I respected the hell out of. I forgot who it was, that person saying that. So I was like, that's right. They beefing today, but they're gonna beat each other barbecue tomorrow.
Yep, exactly. Right. And men are definitely different from women. But the next thing I want to talk about is trust. So the definition of trust is a firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. So how far does trust go? And you guys can talk about, you can make your own subsections: relationships, friendships, family. Like, how far will trust allow your relationship to still be strong, to still stand the test of time?
It depends, because if you have a family, let's just say you have a family, you have children, and the trust is violated between you and your wife, or you and your spouse, whether it's your wife and wife, or husband, whatever the fuck, your spouse. You're going to be less quick to leave the situation because there are other people that will be affected by your decision. And this could be a good thing, or this could be a not so good thing. If the person that violated that trust gets on the right track and gain that trust back and move forward in a positive manner, then cool. But what happens when the person don't do that, and then you still have other people that, what they call collateral damage to the situation? Just me speaking personally, I watched my parents divorce. Well, I didn't watch it, but when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Anyway, they divorced, and I see what the government has tried to do to black families in terms of, I ain't trying to get like super serious, but in terms of removing the father from the household. We're just in the beginning of that. I would say, what are we? I would say it's 2010 and now. We're just in the beginning of black families valuing mother and dad staying together. Our generation, and I'm willing to bet, our generation, between us three, 2 out of 3 of us didn't have a daddy in the home. Did not have our real daddy in the home. Probably 3 out of 3. You feel me?
Adrian parents.
I did.
2 out of 3.
Well, my daddy was still around, and they got divorced in middle school.
Okay, well, yours stayed together a lot longer than mine. Because mine was elementary, yours was middle.
And my mom and dad are still good friends. I think they're still good friends. Like, and my daddy was the father.
I see them together. They still cool.
Yeah.
That's all I know. They might call each other son of bitches when they ain't nobody wife.
And don't get it twisted. Go ahead.
The parents been married for this long. I know it's been mountains and valleys.
Yeah, my parents not squeaky clean. Like in college, like they were very, very close to getting divorced, you know, and I don't know what happened. But you know, of course my mom would complain about some things and, you know, she would mention it sometimes, but it never happened. But there was a point in time where there was like, you know, there were like divorce papers on the table. And I'm like 20 years old in college. And I'm like, I didn't say anything about it. You know, it wasn't my issue to address.
You need them to break up. You needed all that money.
Listen, okay. But, you know, they did not break up. They are still together. And to be honest, now that they are older, their relationship seems a whole lot better. And honestly, you know, my dad, people emulate what they see, right? So if your father was a provider and that's what his main goal was and he was going the rest of the time, then that's what you do. So, you know, my dad would, in his early years in their marriage, he would make sure he provided, make sure he took care of everything, but he'd be going with his friends. And my mama, you know, she hated that a lot. But now listening to my dad talk, he says, you know, family is this, family is that. And he makes more of an effort to be more than just a provider because that's important. And I've even had conversations with him. And so, yeah, and that's the thing. So one thing about me, you can say something, but you have to realize who you're saying it to. So you have to know that person. Yeah. So that's something that I would, you know, tell people like, or having a conversation with my sisters, like dad only does what he saw. So, you know, we can be upset because he's not doing this. Right. Exactly. Because he's not doing this, that, and the other. And then when you are around like people who do the same thing, who are the same age and they do the same thing, that's what's like, right. But then when somebody kind of introduces something new to you in a different behavior that we would like to see, it's up to them to say, you know what? I want to do this. I want to change in this way. And that's something that my dad has done. And it makes me so happy because I don't want my parents to divorce. I don't want anybody to divorce, you know? And
I know you got two sisters. You got any brothers?
No, it's only us, and it's just 3 girls, and there's a huge gap in between us. I asked my mom. I said, "Why you didn't have no more kids from daddy?" And she said, "I wasn't married to your daddy, so I wasn't finna just be having kids by him." And when I was 10 years old, they got married, and then they had more kids. So, you know, so that's just what it was. And again, like I saw my parents argue, and like I saw all that. Yeah, so she did. She really, really did. So, my mom is one of the most like, man, she a real one. Like, I never forget when, my mom first asked me, was I having sex? And I was 18. I think I was 17. Right. I was 17. We were in the car. She was like, Adrian, you having sex? I was like,
she said it like that nonchalant.
Like, yep.
Like, hey, did you get the newspaper? Yeah. Oh,
like that. She's like, Adrian, you having sex?
My mama never.
And I was like, nah. And she was like, be honest, because I'm just asking because I just want to put you on some birth control. Like, that's my mama. And my mom, she goes to say, my mama didn't do that for us. And so I want to do the things that my mom didn't do. She did a lot of things for us, but when it came down to things like that, she didn't do that for us. So I want different from my girls. So are you having sex? And I had to be like, yeah. And she put me on some birth control, and that was it. And I never had like, you know, you better do this and you better make sure you ain't getting pregnant from these boys. And like, I didn't get none of that. My mom has always been a person that you can come and talk to. Curse. Yeah.
What you just said.
Yeah, for sure.
All that shit.
And I can honestly say that she has tried to just make things differently when it came to her girls. And we can talk to her. I can talk to my mom about anything. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not that I can run over her and we ain't BFFs and I'm like, girl, you know, but mom, you know.
Right, there's a level of respect.
That's right. I remember one time one of my friends in college, like, had an issue and she could not talk to her mom. I was like, call my mom. Like, for real. Just call my mom. And she talked to my mom, and my mom convinced her, you know, to tell her mom. She's like, it's okay. Like, she can't what's the worst she can do? She can be disappointed, but you know, you just talk to her. So that's just how my mom has always been. And I appreciate that. Right. So anyway, but I don't know how we got on this, but just trust. You were just talking about how the government made it where, you're taking a black man out of the home with divorce.
Yeah, for sure.
And, that does play a large role because as much as we want to say, women can raise men, like you can, and they do it, a wonderful job, but there are just some things that a man has to learn from a man, just like there's some things that a woman has to learn from a woman, and it's just different. So when you say that if your wife does something and it breaks the trust, but you're thinking about the collateral damage, everybody else that it may affect, like that's something that I can understand as far as, trying to keep your unit together. But then also you have to be important when you have that resentment towards, your spouse in front of your kids, because they see that. We're sponges, I'm a kid. Kids are sponges.
They see it. They pick up on the vibes even if they don't see it. Right. They pick up on that shit. And I've been cognizant of that because I did when I was a child. So I've been cognizant of that with my children. Shit, I didn't even want no kids. I never wanted kids. I literally wanted to be like this bachelor playboy for the rest of my life. And that ain't what some of my decisions caused me.
Y'all be the ones.
I'm not a big believer in super, like, I can't lie that I haven't had an abortion. Well, I have. But after that second one, I was like, I don't know what it is about the third. Sometimes three, you do some shit a third time, it just really stamps it. That's just for me. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, fuck it, man. Hey, this is what it is. And I want my children to see me before they go to bed every night. And when they wake up in the morning, in the same household as their mom. It just has been something of mine that I wanted to have, and I never had it, and I wanted to make sure that my kids had that. Regardless of what the fuck going on between me and mom. Whether we got an open marriage, or whether we swingers, or whether we're a throuple, or polyamorous, or whatever the fuck. My kids don't see their parents today.
Ashley, your face, I'm like, he going through all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, sister wives, all of them.
That's it.
In high school, I wanted 3 wives. Like, for real, I was like, I want her to be my baby mama, I want her to be my baby mama, and I want her to have baby mama.
That's called, you got to choose. That's called, I don't want to choose.
Right.
That's called, I want to choose. Right. Ashley, what do you think?
In my mind, I was taking 3 women with all the qualities that I like. It was just 3 different women that had those qualities, and I wanted to kind of put them together.
Listen, I'm at a point.
During that time, I was a lot more ignorant then.
Look, I'm at a point where, I realized that man, the man who makes me his wife, he's not going to have 5 out of 5 things that I want. Long as he got 3.
Right.
They're a strong 3.
So you've already thought about that?
Oh, yeah. Because you know what? That's perfection. And I'm not perfect. And he's not perfect. So, Ashley, how did you feel about trust? Do you feel like there's a difference in, relationships versus friendships, family, or like how far does it go with how you're willing to trust somebody, or if they can break your trust and you still going to be there?
I think in relationships, you give trust a little bit more time versus in a friendship. You'll feel like you can oh, I don't trust her, so I'm going to deal with her from a long handle, or him from a long handle. But in relationship, you'll continue to try to make stuff work because of love.
That's true.
And I feel like love kind of trumps everything, because if I love you, I'm willing to work on everything. And it may blind you, because you're so in love and you don't see
the bullshit,
the red flags or the bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, I shouldn't be dealing with this, but because I love you, I'm going to continue to try to make it work when it really shouldn't even be working.
Right.
You might stay in something a little too long because you love them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I think that a lot of us do that. A lot of people do that when it comes to trust. And so, like, for me with trust, it's the whole lying thing. Like, Jason, you were talking about earlier, like, yo, if you lying about little bitty stuff, I know it's only a matter of time before you lying about the big stuff.
Right.
And I hate having to decipher if you're telling the truth or being honest. And that's even about little stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes to relationships, like if I'm with somebody and they like lie a lot, it's going to be a no for me, because honestly, you don't get to have me with who is genuine and honest. Like, you don't deserve that. And you just a liar. And then that, like, that's unsettling for me. To date somebody who lies, that's unsettling to me, because, you know, in our deepest, darkest moments, when you kind of like, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm going to question that, because you lie about everything just to get what you want. And
why should I think you're telling the truth now?
Exactly. When it comes to friendships and trust, like, I may not, if I don't trust somebody, it's one of those things where I know who you are and I see you, and, you know, I'm going to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't trust you around my man, I ain't going to have you around my man. And
not even that. Like, if I can trust you around my man, why are you my friend?
True, that too. But you have some women who are very flirtatious, and they are not, what we're going to talk about soon, loyal.
And Adrian said, she said, you know, like, look, I know this person, so I kind of know their characteristics.
Exactly. Like, I know your character.
But they ain't the friend I leave around my man.
That's right. Like I know who you are.
I'll be there for her. She called me and whatever with the whoop, but she ain't finna stay home with Jason while I go to the grocery store.
Exactly. Like I know who you are. And so, I mean, honestly, you have people who are like that. Like, just because she, you know, she want to,
yeah, that's real shit.
You know, so you just have to know who people are. And so that's when you become less disappointed in what they do. Because when I know who a person is, and when they start giving off their shit, I'm like, I know who you are, so I ain't even tripping, because this is you, and I expected it.
Right.
So that's how I live my life when it comes to people.
So it's really no expectation.
Denzel Washington, you guys paying close attention. Y'all probably start paying close attention now. You haven't before. In 90% of his films, regardless of what the film is about, he always finds some way to say this phrase: "You are who you are in this world." Because once a motherfucker find out who you are,
that's it.
Hey, that's it. And I don't want to say that it's over, because a lot of time it might not be over, but that's definitely it.
Like,
once you find out who a person is, like, okay, I know who you are.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna still fuck with you, but I know who the fuck you is.
Because if you move a certain way, and it happens where you move that way, I expected this from you, because this is who you are. And don't think that I'm special because you feel like, oh, I move that way with them, I don't move that way with you. Come on, man. What?
Keep that same energy.
Right. Hey, it's kept a lot of times, motherfuckers, if they sitting there talking shit with you about somebody else, they're going to talk with somebody else about you.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Straight up, like all day. So,
you know,
that's how I feel about trust.
You pick up on the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, you pick up on that notion.
Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly. So that's my take on trust. You know, I agree the same thing with Ashley when she said, like, relationships, you're more invested, and love kind of is driving the car. So, you know, your trust can be tested. And I do believe that people can regain your trust. You know, like, say somebody violates you. Say you're in a relationship and somebody cheats on you. People don't always cheat because they don't love you. Sometimes is, you know, again, self-control. Sometimes is, you know, I'm telling you the things that I need and you're not giving me those things and you're making me feel like I don't matter. That's important, you know. And some people cheat because of that.
Sometimes I want to see if I still got it. And God damn it. Sometimes I might still have it.
That's not a reason to cheat. But, you know, if you do cheat and you violate somebody, you have to, I really believe that you have to do what needs to be done for this person to feel like they can trust you again. So if a person, like, Yeah, if you violate a person's trust and if you got to work to get their trust back, then you need to do that, especially if you claiming you want to be in that relationship. I really think that's important because some people feel like that, like, dang, you ain't over this yet, or dang, why you still acting like that? Like, yo, your trust is done and you have to rebuild that. Like, you have to, I'm sorry.
And
like,
it shouldn't be a timeline on how long it takes me to get over something. Like, give me my time.
Yeah.
Because you violated.
I agree. I agree with that in certain aspects. Like if you still like 2-3 years, you still
move that timeline up.
Yeah, like if you like 2 to 3 years, like I don't even think you want to be here.
That's the case, we don't need to be
exactly.
friends.
But if it's like 6 months to a year, I can understand that. But you know, if you choose to forgive somebody for something, like you're gonna have to make up in your mind to forgive them and let it go. You know, it doesn't mean that you forget because we all remember stuff, but who wants to be in a relationship where 5 years down the line, you like, yeah, and that's when you was messing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, bruh.
All right. I got a question for y'all. Love, loyalty, and what's the third one?
Trust.
Oh, most important. Love, loyalty, and trust. If either one of you two ever took it to the next level with a friend and it fucked up and went left. And y'all still friends, but it's spotty.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all still friends and it is what it is. I'm telling too much about business.
So your question is, have you ever had a friend and love, loyalty, or trust has made y'all become spotty, or you know, it just is what it is? Yes, for sure. Yep.
And I'm specifically speaking on male female dynamic.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Let me respect the LGBTQ plus IEAIU. Whatever the situation is,
like a partner.
You friend somebody and you took it to this level, you fucked up and you violated one of those love trust.
Oh, so
y'all still cool with the shit spotty.
Oh, so you mean like with the opposite sex or the same sex? You became,
for sure.
You were friends and you kind of took it next. You were friends and you kind of like started kicking and messing around, and then love, loyalty.
To the song, what's that? Trey song? What he say?
The neighbors know my name.
He's like, I don't.
Adrian loves Trey song.
The way we can be friends.
Oh yes, that's my song right there. And I wish we never did it.
I wish we never did it. Goddamn it!
I ain't got one of them. It's one of them that I got that I wish I would, but we ain't did it yet. So I can't tell you.
I mean, no.
I've had one.
That level.
I wish I would have never did it.
Really?
Wait. It may be one.
Okay,
maybe.
All right.
Maybe it's like halfway in the middle.
Sure?
Like halfway, you know.
Let me see. Okay, but
yeah, I don't think they even have a clue.
Oh, okay.
It's more so me.
So you're being weird.
You know what I'm telling that person?
Well,
it might be too. This is a long time ago. You might fuck shit up. Like you might fuck.
No, it wasn't a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you should tell. Well, no, if it's gonna risk the friendship, don't say that. But if it's a real friend, you should be able to be honest with the person.
Okay, with the trust.
Okay. Jason, what about friends and trust? Like, how far does that trust go with your friends? Like, because you know your friends. You know your friends.
Right. I know my friends. They're like a friend. So, their level to the trust. I have certain friends that I can call and say, hey, Ash, I just closed on this property on this side of town, and I'm hoping such happens. Like, pray for this. And then a certain friend that won't ever know that I got a property on whatever side of town. Because what they gonna do is hate on you and put a bad vibration on your shit.
Mm.
And then you have, I rate my friends like the class system. You have high, middle, low, and then untouchable. Mm. So there's some niggas and bitches that I only hang with when I don't want to be foul, nasty, and motherfucking down right now. You know. Luckily, I don't really fuck with them really no more. But then you got some friends you fuck with, you know, they your fair weather friends. They your every now and then. You dig what I'm saying? And then you got your middle friends, which is usually your people, your work friends, people you work with. And then friends of friends that you really don't fuck with, but your other friends fuck with them, so you got to fuck with them. And then you got the top tier, which is, you know, that core group where all y'all might hang out at the same time all the time, but they all know each other, right? And those are the people that you can go to borrow money, get advice, share, you know, intimate details about your relationship, marriage, or whatever other, and they're gonna share the same thing in kind because they know they're gonna go nowhere once y'all talk about it. You know, you can talk about wanting to elevate your status and your style and your life. You know, if you need to cry, you can call that person or those persons. So you got different tiers to this shit, man. I got my shit. My shit's a little bit complex.
I mean, I feel that that's a way to have a separation.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
learned early to compartmentalize. When I started putting all my friends together and everybody hang out with each other, certain people started fucking that. I'm supposed to fuck. Then certain people bump heads that were supposed to be best friends. And shit just kind of got all this confused. So I learned you got to compartmentalize your friends. Everybody can't hate everybody.
right.
Actually, show shit a couple times a year. Some of my partners we want to come, I don't bring them. Because either they don't either disrespect the answer a certain kind of way and she really going to turn up and she really can't fuck with them like that. Or they going to disrespect somebody else and embarrass me. And I ain't got time for that shit.
That's the one that really is.
I can't put all my friends in the same room.
No, and I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
because I have different levels with my friends. Like, I have the couple friends from high school. It's only a few. And then I have my college friends. And then I have my friends after college.
Right.
So it's kind of combined because, like, how my friends were, well, I kind of like everybody to hang together because, like, I like to hang with everybody. You know, I don't separate people. But you have certain people who you tell certain stuff to. So in my head, I just know, like, oh, I can't tell her this. Or I'm definitely not going to tell him this. You know what I'm saying? Or certain people know. You know, it's like maybe no more than 5 people who know everything. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not even that many. You know, but it's a very select few. Because if I know something was to happen to me, them select few gonna keep that within their select few. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then if it's a die-hard emergency or something happens, them select few gonna know. Well, let me check with this person because
they in the circle.
Yeah, like they know she might have been with this person. You know what I'm saying? Or even though Jason say I don't introduce people, you know, they gonna know some names. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, something was happening. You know, it's gonna be in that area where they can be like, well, shit, let me go to this and look up this to find what I need to find.
Right. So we talked about trust, and so the last thing that we want to talk about is loyalty. Loyalty. The definition of loyalty is giving or showing firm and constant support or allegiance to a person or institution. So your keywords are constant support or allegiance to someone. How far does loyalty go? How loyal are you going to be to somebody?
Hey, that shit, the word loyalty is always capitalized all of the others in the word for me. What's the nigga name? Ooh, y'all done got me drunk. The nigga, 21 Savage.
Okay.
He said some shit.
Oh, yeah, in one of his songs.
He said, I'd rather you be loyal to me than love me.
Yep.
Because you can lose love. You can betray love. When you motherfucking loyal, it's always me and you against whatever the fuck going on out there. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty me. I don't give a fuck what's going on. You're gonna choose me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna choose you. Who's loyal? Loyalty to me. And when he said that shit, it personified it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so out of all the topics that we discussed tonight, to me, loyalty is the strongest one because loyalty on some real shit. You might not love a motherfucker. You might hate them, but you might still be loyal to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I can give you several examples of that. I won't do that tonight because I ain't gonna do my business like that. But you can really be loyal to a motherfucker and not give a fuck about it at the same time. You can also be loyal to a person and love them or not love them. Loyalty just kind of, it's broad. It's very broad. I say that, you know.
What you think about loyalty, actually?
I feel like loyalty and trust is the same thing to a certain aspect, depending on how you're looking at it. But in my eyes, I don't want to say love trumps everything because, again, when you love someone, I feel like you can be blinded by some of the things that they do. So it may make you question, like, are they being loyal to me? Like, do I trust them? You know, just because I love them. But when you're loyal to someone, you know, I feel like being loyal to someone, like, you're going to show up for them at all times. It doesn't matter. Like, even say you got to work, like, I'm going to be late to work because I'm going to be loyal to my friend, you know, and then if I can't make it, I'm going to do something else for my friend to show that, you know, that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
real shit.
It ain't going to be no half questioning, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
going to show up because that's my friend. Like, that's my nigga.
So what if you find out that somebody has been disloyal, or as Summer Walker says, unloyal?
You know, I've learned too as I've gotten older to learn how to, like, everybody is not your friend. Just point blank period. You know what I'm saying? You know how you be quick, you're like, oh, that's my friend. That's my friend. Like, no, everybody's not your friend at the end of the day because everybody don't give the same energy that you may give. So, like, what truly makes them your friend? You know, especially if they don't give the same energy that you're giving, you know? Especially if they're not being loyal to you, you know, on certain aspects. Or, you know, just anything where you'll be like, well, dang, like, I do this, but I don't get the same in return. So, like, are they my friend? You know, so I'm learning right now to, like, just learning to have to give the same energy, not necessarily going for a tit for tat, but, you know, just giving the energy into the people that give me energy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't give me energy, like, we're cool.
That's a safe thing to do.
That title of a friend to you because
that's a very safe thing to do. That's the safest way to do shit, Ash, because you don't want to be thinking that you like this person's number 1, 2, or 3, and you're really not. You know that by giving that energy and receiving it back from that person. Like, that's how you know it. Like, when you give it, like, shit. Actually, like, me and you might go for weeks without talking, and you might just hit on the group like, "What the fuck y'all in? What the fuck we doing?" And we won't respond like, "Hey, hell yeah, it's been a minute. Like, let's do something." We gonna give you that same energy back. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. So I agree. It just depends on the energy that come with it, and if you get, you know, certain friends y'all don't talk every day, or even every week. But when you get that correspondent, you're gonna be like, hell yeah, like, you know what I mean? What's happening? Like, we ain't had no quesadillas in a minute. You did.
Right.
Because we all have our lives. Like, that's something that we have to realize too. Like, we're all grown, married, kids. Like, we all have our own lives. So there comes a point where you're reaching out and somebody may not be responding, and they may, you know, double back and be like, man, my bad. But there comes a point where you're consistently reaching out to somebody, and if they ain't like hitting back, then it's kind of like, and it's not even a loyalty type thing. It's just kind of like, well, hey, it is what it is, you know, and I place you where you appropriately should be. Right, exactly. But when it comes down to Ashley, you saying, like, you know, I'm not trying to be tit for tat. Like, no, but again, like, I'm going to give you what you're giving me. Like, I'm going to mirror. So if I feel like you're not trying to give the energy and the time, like, I'm not going to do it either. And we grown, like, we grown. So, like, we don't need no new friends. Like, straight up.
But I guess that's what the part where communication comes in. Like, are you just supposed to say something? But then it's like,
you communicate. It depends on how much you value that bond. Right. If I value our bond, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like we've fallen off, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up? Like da 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 da. And if it's kind of like you're not trying to communicate with me, then I'm straight. But if I value that bond, I'm gonna communicate with you, and hopefully we can talk. And it's just like, yo, I just been busy, whatever the case may be. But I'm not gonna keep reaching for you, especially like no.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Fuck them. Shit, that's how I said fuck them. You know, you either with me or you ain't with me. God damn it, fuck you.
Facts. That part right there. And when it comes down to loyalty, and you're at this age now, is like, I think it's kind of like your circle when you're trying to figure out if somebody's being loyal. Because I'm not worried about somebody from college, biology. We was good friends in college and trying to figure out if they loyal. Like, it's like my ones. You know what I'm saying? The ones that, like Ashley say, it's about 5 people who really, really know what's going on with me. Like, they know the essence of me. Like, I need not question your loyalty. You know what I'm saying? To me, today it's kind of like, at the end of the day, it's kind of like, how big is loyalty, or not how big is loyalty, but just the fact that we have our own lives and our own families and stuff like that. And so
that has to be understood by all parties. You know, I got a partner living in LA, I got a partner living in New York, I got a partner living in DC, and I got partners here and in Tennessee. And it's all a mixture of some of my fraternity brothers and my friends, but some of my fraternity brothers are like my motherfucking, like my real brothers.
Right.
So you have to understand that person's plight. You know, when you call me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I may not be available. You know, but when I do talk to you, you're going to understand why I wasn't available. And guess what? You're not going to be petty towards me because of that, because of our friendship and because of our love for one another. You're going to understand that.
Exactly.
You know, like when Ashley works for the state or the county, I forget which one. But when I call Ashley, she can't pick up her phone all the time. So I don't get mad at her for that. And when I want to reach Ashley, I know how to reach her. I hit her on group, or I'll pop up at her motherfucking house after 6 o'clock when I know she home. You know what I'm saying? That's just, when you're real friends with somebody, you're going to understand those dynamics. And you're not going to hold the shit against them. Because sometimes the people that you love the most can't be there for you when you need them. When you're going to be understanding to that. Yeah.
That's right. I agree 100% with that. I really do. So, loyalty is a big one. Trust is also a big one. And love, I feel like love is at the bottom of that list.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for me.
Yep.
So for me it would be
so
I
agree.
Me, and I'll ask you guys what yours is. But for me, it would be, the very top would be trust, the second would be loyalty, and the last would be love.
Yeah. TLL.
Trust, loyalty, love for me. Because if I can't trust you, I don't really care how loyal you are. Right. I don't really care. You don't need to be loyal to me. I don't even need you up in this.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that. You agree, Ashley?
Yeah. Because I feel like love comes eventually, because even like in a relationship status, like, we're going to have to be friends first. So if I can't trust you on a friendship level, why would I even go into a relationship with you to be able to say, oh, I love you, when I don't even trust you?
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, but some people do it. Let's keep it real, though. Some people do it.
It happens.
Let's keep it real. Some people do it. Some people,
they
show that they can't be
trust
trusted.
Can be taken away, but I feel like if you do the things that's necessary to regain my trust back, then everything can flow back to like how it normally, like how it was. It is ways to gain
as long as it don't get violated again.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Well, this was a really good conversation. Like, yo, we done like circle the block.
We went all over the world.
That's what it's supposed to be like.
I enjoyed that.
Yo, so before we get off of this episode, I want to ask you guys, like, what's one tip you want to give to the people? It can be about anything. It can be about our conversation today. It can be about life, anything. So, Jason, what's one tip you want to give to the people?
My tip to the people is don't always rely on what you understand. You know, the Bible says don't rely on your own understanding, but this is not even biblical for me or spiritual. It's the most unlikely ideas and help and assistance can come from the most unlikely of places. So just because you don't see certain things a certain way in your eyes, be open. I guess my thing is empty your cup completely. Whatever was in your cup, pour it out the window and be willing to fill it up with other things that's going to help you grow. That's what helped me in life. I've been a big know-it-all, huge ego, you know, I said very confident, but I've learned to humble myself and always pour my shit out and be ready to fill it up with something new that I don't know. So that's my, you know, empty your cup. You know, be ready to learn something new. Stay wide open as much as you can, because the world changes every day.
I can get that. Ashley?
I guess my advice would be just to communicate, you know, because that's where, you know, I guess where things are not communicated, you know, there can be misunderstandings. So if you just communicate, say how you feel, there shouldn't be any misunderstandings in, you know, any type of relationships, you know, whether it's friendships, relationships, family, just being able to communicate, being able to just really tell people how you feel about whatever it is that may be going on with you. Like, if you didn't feel like picking up the phone today, like, hey, I don't feel like talking, and it should be okay. You know, it shouldn't be an issue, you know, so just communicate.
Yes, I feel that. For me, my advice is have your reciprocation.
Okay, Summer Walker. That is my song too, but go off. I'm listening.
Yeah.
No, I'm so serious. Like we give and we do, and you know, a lot of those things are not reciprocated. And what makes you feel like you don't deserve that?
Right.
You know, what makes you feel like your cup shouldn't be filled? I believe 1,000 times in reciprocation. Like, you want me to do something? Well, baby, you need to do it too. And that's across the board. That's friendships, that's relationships. Like, this is not a one-way street.
Up. Hey, I'm the same motherfucking way. Yup.
Listen, I had a person tell me one time, Adrian, you don't call me. I said,
the phone
you don't call me either.
Right, exactly.
Listen. You know, so yeah, get your reciprocation, and it's not unfair. You're not being unfair. If somebody asks or requires something of you, they need to be able to do the same thing. I don't want to hear no double standard. I don't want to hear none of that.
Right, I agree.
You want it, so you need to get it.
I love it.
All right, well, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this podcast. Again, it was so good to be on this podcast with y'all.
Likewise.
Conversation was dope. So we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. Might go to Hot and Juicy, you know, give it a little bit of Cali or something like that.
We're about to go to the bowling alley, you know.
Yeah, man.
So y'all want to do friends things, and I'm just want to do things for myself.
This really some high school shit. This is like high school people getting back up together.
Hey, it's gonna be. Well, I know it's gonna be a good time. Me and one of the homies who got to go get it. But we're gonna get out of here, and until next time, much love, peace, and chaos. Peace out.
How you guys later?